Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you all hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Hello? Can everybody hear me? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, we've got some glare on my glasses again. I'll take them off before we start. Adjust the lighting a bit, maybe. Oh. Awesome. I don't know how much lag there is on this. I've not done a live stream in a long time, so forgive me if it's a bit ropey. First of all, I'd like to say wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and hope you've all had a really good. I'm going to have to put my glasses back on. I can't see my screen. How's that? No, I can't. But we'll have to do. I hope everybody's in here. Look who's in here. James is here, Joey's here, Leon's here, Stephen's here. Who else is here? Ed's here, Kev's here. Everyone's here. What a brilliant live stream. Right, so there we go. Yeah, been a long time since I've done one of these live streams. This is going to be a regular bi-weekly Ask Me Anything. Is it a bit dark? Is it, Dave? Let's turn the light up a bit, mate. A bit of background lighting. Is that better? Is that better? Can you see me now? Is that a bit better? That lighting. Yeah. So yeah, it's a long time since I've done a live stream, but we're going to do a bi-weekly one every Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Whether it's British Summer Time, normal GMT, whatever. We're going to do one bi-weekly. So you're all very well aware that I've been a little bit absent from the scene for a couple of months since I got back to America. I've not been well. A few things, but dragged me down a bit mentally and physically. We've had a few issues with different things. Not really going to go into that now. Mum's not been well, so we've been worried about her. But yeah, hopefully we're rocking and rolling, ready for a brand new year, brand new start, and we'll continue where we left off in October. So everything's looking really positive for the new year. The community portal's coming on really well. We had some technical issues with that. Hopefully it's all going to be sorted. So I've got a couple of sneak previews for you tonight of the new community portal. The closed group is moving away from Facebook. We'll still have the open public SimplyDiag YT group that's free to join and free for all my YouTube subscribers, and then we'll have the subscription-based community portal at www.simplydiag.net, launching very soon, bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, Russ. Yeah, every 2 weeks. So yeah, Dave's in here from Drive Green, Chad's here. So yeah, it's all looking promising, and the good thing is with SDN, the SimplyDiag Network now. I've brought in 3 other directors. We've made it a proper limited company to bring us kicking and screaming into what's the word? The professional theatre. We've got lots of new sponsors coming on. We've got some great existing sponsors. So that means that should leave me more time to do what Howard started off, which is making live videos, fixing real cars. So yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to 2020. Russ, mate, I'll be dead honest. I was in London last week. We did the Avon Tuning DPF Doctor Network Christmas party week before last. Then I was in London the week after. I was meant to be there till the Saturday, and I had to dash home overnight on the Thursday night. Mum had been scheduled for surgery early next year, and it got pulled forward. So literally, I got home early hours of the morning, and we thought we'd said our goodbyes. Is the God's honest truth. A week later, she gets up. She's gone out walking the dogs this morning, so just goes to show what a tough old stick she is. She's got to be tough, Louis. I'm her son, so she's a tough old bird, is me mum. So yeah, Rachel. So yeah, it's been an eventful week. So it's just one of them things that you never really want to address. But yeah, so we've come through some tough times, but we're looking forward now to a great 2020. Everything's positive, full steam ahead, and hopefully it's going to be brilliant. Mate, they are made of tough stuff. You're right there. Chippy Friday, no. I tell you what, I've done me normal. You know how we used to hype Chippy Friday and that. I've had to eat today. I've had 2 rounds of pate on toast. That's it. I'm not really got much of an appetite these days. So, but we're getting that. It's that great being that I'm a Facebook Luddite. I can join the new group next year. Yeah, you can. So I just want to give you a little sneak preview of it. It's all the section titles and all that. They're all just there for testing at the minute. It's all subject to change and stuff like that. But I just want to give you a little sneak preview of what it's going to be like. So without further ado, let's switch over to that. And this is your new community portal, the SimplyDiag Network, and it's been done specifically to be mobile friendly, both on Apple and Android. Yeah, so nice and clean and fresh. Like I say, we've got the front page there. Join now. I'll log in at the top. Quick links and chats for. Actually, let me get rid of my camera, then you can see it all. Hang on. Let me get rid of my camera. There we go. So up at the top here, we've got chat with notifications there, your membership level, your profile, all that sort of thing, the forum list, the home, and then if we come down, then we've got a join now button, which was really important. The way we had joining the Facebook and that, it was pretty convoluted, and deliberately so. We made it difficult to join, so we got a really good foundation of awesome technicians. So we were making it easier to join now. Now we've got a solid bedrock of invested people, and our community pages, sponsors, merchandise, and the community calendar. And this is going to go live at like I said, at www.simplydiag.net. Then if we enter the we'll enter the portal. So you can see we've got our sponsors and partners banners at the top. They'll be at the top and the bottom of the pages. We're going to have a free to use. Let me put me camera back on. We're going to have a free-to-use public forum, so a public front page that anybody can, that can post in and ask questions. Then a section for the network itself. So if we click on that, we've got a specific area for annual subs. We're going to offer free subscriptions to all registered apprentices and people that are on new learning. So so we're going to offer free network access to certain sections. So free limited access to certain sections for apprentices and new learners, and they're also going to have their own safe haven where they can ask all the questions from the moderators and the SimplyDiag Network, without fear of ridicule or anything like that. We'll then have, going down, sponsors areas. Bearing in mind you're seeing this now on the PC, so on mobile it's obviously it's slimmed down and narrowed down, so everything works perfectly on mobile. We'll have a sponsors area where our sponsors will be able to have their own groups, their own pay, bring their own stuff to the community. A training section at the moment, just a simple training section. There'll be like all sorts of stuff, tools, a tool club, bypass testing and all that sort of stuff. What else? All sorts of different stuff. We're also going to have, obviously there'll be a section for the moderators. Then there'll be a development group, which will be that's for our sponsors and our partners, where we can discuss frankly and privately about tool development, software development, stuff like that. And then the thing that you're all probably really interested is the file section, where we can upload files and stuff like that that'll help everybody else. Tools and testing again. So like a tool and low club centre, testing and bypass. Would have loved a computer now. Yeah, me too. Domestic car park. It's not going to be called that. It's just a tagline at the minute. So we'll have a section for Ford, a section for General Motors, a section for the German stuff, the Swedish, Fiat Chrysler Alpha, French stuff, Japanese, Korean. I don't think there's any need really to split it down into further groups, because we want to keep it as mobile friendly as possible, and as close to the ease of use that Facebook is, without having to lose, like there's lots of times when we can't actually see posts and that for weeks and weeks and weeks, so there's no post going to be getting lost, and you can subscribe to each section or each topic or whatever, however you want, and put a bookmark on your home screen. So, hey Henry, how are you, mate? You're awesome. So that's the domestic car park. USA, rest of the world. Obviously, because we've not just got UK and Europe subscribers and members. We've got members from all over the world. So this will be a place for our friends that aren't Europe and UK to post their stuff and get answers, and also for our friends over the pond to ask us questions about European stuff. And we've got a section on hybrid and EV, both tooling, training, and problem solving and stuff like that. There may or may not be restrictions on who gains access to that, depending on whether they've got an EV qualification or not. And then just for fun at the bottom. So yeah. So all in all, it's taking shape very, very nicely. and you know, we've got our merchandise now as well. But that link's broken, but we have got our own merch page. I don't know why that's not working, but it should be. I don't know why that's not working, but it should be. We'll have a look. So we've got our merch page there, community calendar, Google Calendar, and then a landing page for all our network sponsors and that. Again, this is all under development at the minute, but each of our sponsors will have their own tile, and it will take you to the relevant link that they want directing to. So it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased, really, to be honest. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it's coming along. It's been a bit of a stressful journey, but there it is. So yeah, so it's an AMA. Ask me anything. What's that, Henry? Oh, did I read that out? Henry, new sub. Just wanted to say you're awesome. Thanks, Henry. You're awesome too. Yeah, all the files that are on the Facebook group will be migrated over. All the content will be migrated over. That will take time, and it will also take money. So it's not something that will it's not something that'll happen overnight. But the existing members will still have access to the Facebook group to reference that. Although all the new posts will be over on the portal. Stephen, can anybody in the group add training? Yes, mate, they can. Anybody in the network can post anything or do a live webinar within it or something like that. It was, so it's for network members to use as they see fit. Kev, I'll bring you Jaffa cakes, mate, whenever you want. Simon, so the idea is, obviously this has taken up a lot of my time this last year, and I've somewhat neglected my business in the local area. But my priority is in the new year, the directors will take care of the network. Obviously, I'll still be part of it and that. But my job will be basically doing what I do best, which is fixing cars and sharing that with other people. What else have we got there? How did we get Sandown Mechanics? Sandown was absolutely awesome. It really was. What a great thing there that PMM put on. It was a really good event. Yeah, we met some fantastic people. Got talking with lots and lots of really good companies. A lot of them are also interested in becoming sponsors and partners of the network, bringing more value for money for what you already get for your subscription. Simon, I'm nowhere near as good as Paul, mate. Nowhere near as good as Paul. But funnily enough, you should be seeing a lot more of Paul on the new portal. Russ, the consideration for restricting the EV section, that's more on a liability thing, more than anything. What we don't want to do is encourage people that aren't trained, at least from a safety point of view, from dabbling. So it's we want to make sure that we're not encouraging people to be touching stuff that poses a risk to life. So it's like I say, we're still talking about that. It all depends on the sort of content that's in there, and what we'll probably ask, because obviously Hevra are a sponsor, We'll probably integrate with Hevra and people like James and that. The real experts on the EV stuff, to monitor that. So training, Grant, great question. We've dabbled in training this last year, and we've certainly found a niche, especially for the introductory training. The stuff that gets people away from this fear of training and this commitment to fear, to training. So that's where we're going to concentrate on. The dirty diesel stuff and that, they've proved very, very popular. They will continue next year, and all those dates and all the dates for all the training for all our sponsors and partners will be on the community calendar on that front page, that front link there. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome. So yeah, there'll be plenty of training, and like I say, it will be there on the community calendar. All the partners and sponsors and that will be able to post their own events and that there. Pro Grip. What's that saying? Who are the directors? Right, so the directors there's me, obviously, because I started the whole thing. Then I brought my sister on. She's been heavily involved with online training, online communities, apprentices and things like that. And she's very, very skilled in accreditation, networking and stuff like that. So we brought my sister Nicola on as a director. We've also brought Stevie P on board as a director. But for one, most of you will know Stevie. There you go, Stevie Krypton Garage. Stevie's a director, very, very well respected in the industry. Stevie saw what we were doing. I can see that there's a great future in it. So he kindly agreed to come on. And then there's another sponsor, another director that's involved, but for contractual reasons, we're not really publicising that. We don't want to go out shouting all and that. But very, 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 very experienced guy, utter professional. He'll bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the community. So what's that, Ross? Yeah, so yeah, that's right, mate. What we don't really want to be putting information about EVs out there that in any way, shape or form could prove harmful or a risk to anybody that's not qualified and accredited. So that is something we're thinking about, and we're still discussing on that. Now, possibility of training in Wales in the future. I think we've just done 2 training dates in Wales. There will be more regional training next year, without a doubt. Definitely. Yeah, I told you it'd be a bit bumpy at the start. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest, because I've not been in front of the camera for a long time. So yeah, but I'm going back to my roots. Quick little videos, getting people excited about learning and raising the public perception of what we actually do as technicians. So. Yeah, Dave, there will be. Mark's currently working on a GDI version, but what we are very, very conscious of is that the people that helped our community get to where we were, you know, to get to where we are. We're very, very conscious that we don't really want to step on anybody else's toes. Our primary focus is on the community and getting people excited about getting into training. You know, we all know, you know, within our community, we all know where to go for the best training. The SDM focus will be on the introductory stuff, the one-on-one stuff, but Mark will be doing a GDI and a dirty diesel, and they will be priced competitively at market rates with discounts for SDN members. So yeah, Mike, you're right there, mate. I've got to keep my hands in my hands. They're not looking very mechanic-y at the minute, mate, to be honest. I've got calluses on the end of my fingers from typing, but that's about it. The old arthritis is getting to me now as well, so yeah, but yeah, we'll keep it in. Kenny, more USA trips planned? Yes, mate. Super Saturday have just announced that they're going to be doing a 3-day training event in October. We took 14 people with us to Philadelphia this year. We want to at least double that number for 2020. We want to support that. We want to support Super Saturday. I'm also hoping to travel to TST in Tarrytown and Vision in March in Kansas. So yeah. So if anybody wants to, I know Ed's already booked his tickets for them. I can't do that. I can't think that far in advance. I'll be typical me, winging a prayer last minute. But I will be at all 3 events. And any of you out there that want to join us, you're more than welcome. Yeah. Alan, the 80 scope. Tommy's the man to speak to about the Type I scope, mate. He's I'm gonna have to take them glasses off. He's far more au fait with how that works than I am. I'm still learning, mate, and I'm certainly not in a position to be able to train anybody else on it. Only at a very basic level. Yeah, no Cuba, I'll be there. I will be there. I'll be at TST. I'll be at Vision. And I'll definitely be at Super Saturday with the SDN community. Definitely. So I will be at all 3 events. I don't know. I can't. I just can't express how at home I feel when I'm overseas, when I'm over there in the States. It's yeah, it's absolutely awesome, and the ride alongs with Keith at New Level, just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we'll definitely be there. Yeah, we'll definitely be there. But on the Type I stuff, Alan, if there's anything in particular that you want to know about the Type I scope, you can post. Obviously, you can post in the group, but there is a Type I users group as well on Facebook. If you're not in it, I'll get Tommy to send you an invite. Yeah, Super Saturday it was absolutely fantastic. It really was, and it's a credit to all you guys in the network as well that actually made the effort to come over, you know, for the weekend. I was out there for 3 weeks. You guys did it for the weekend. All credit to you. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah. There's Mark. Solid. Hey up, mate. How are you? Simon, how much did the Super Saturday trip cost? Basically, we all did it on a budget. So it was low cost flights, low cost hotels. If you go into if you got just literally just type Super Saturday into Facebook, just type Super Saturday into Facebook, and everybody's posted about it today. It's in the network group, it's in the YT group. If you're one of the moderators, if you want to put a link in Cuba to Super Saturday, you can just shove a link in for Super Saturday. Okay. What do we think of the benefits of the USA training compared to the UK? Well, that's a great question, Ed, and I'll tell you this now. A GDI in America is the same as a GDI in the UK. The difference is it's the way the training is delivered. You're getting that information in a different way than you would get it from let's say from me, or from Mark, or from James, or from Frank or Dave, and different people learn in different ways. So that's more, it's more about the way the content is delivered rather than the content itself. The American guys, John Thornton's GDI class was literally, that blew my mind, and I like to think I'm pretty clued up on GDI, and it just blew my mind. There's 4 or 5 things there that I picked up in John's training, and bearing in mind I was looking after everybody else, making sure everybody else was okay, so I didn't sit in on the full session. There were 4 or 5 things that I picked up literally just out of John's class that made the trip worthwhile just for that. And again, the same then with George Menshew's class. It was worth the trip. So it's more about how it's done. So delivery style, I would say. We've also got, we've done a few articles in the last couple of months. We've been in PMM a couple of times. We're in it again this month in the January edition, talking about using wiring diagrams and the Hella HCS system. Nicola was down from Auto Technician. She came and did an interview with us about the community, about the SimplyDiag Network and that. So there'll be an article coming up in that. We're in the JLM Lubricants Drive magazine. So yeah, we're getting out there. So it's all pretty cool. It's all pretty cool. So have any of you got any questions about the new portal, or the way SDN's going, or? Madsy is, yes mate, but there's SDN aren't doing anything with that this year. The guy who was running that has decided to go it alone, so SDN aren't doing anything with that. Although I wish Brandon has a very, very successful visit. Chris, are the problems in the US cars you worked on with harder or easier? For me, it was literally, it's the ultimate skills test, because obviously for me there was no pattern failures. I had to rely on my grasp of the fundamentals, and the crazy thing was working with working with Keith. How often he'd be looking at something, and then he'd go to do a test, like to get the scope out or something like that, and I'd already have it in my hand, set up with everything rocking and rolling, ready to go. So it was, a car's a car. Corey, good evening, mate. How are you? You don't need to call me sir. You're one of my best friends. Garage Hive, will I be closing down both Facebook groups? No, I won't. The Simply Diag YT group, which is the group for this YouTube channel subscribers, will still be there, will still be supported, will be my main focus. That's where it all began. No, so the Simply Diag YT group will stay free, open to any of my subscribers, and public. So a great route to market for our sponsors and partners. When is the new site going live? As soon as humanly possible. Stephen, can you pay for a year's subs? Mate, yes you can. If you want to do it all in one go, we've actually got a discount on at the minute for that. So you get 12 months for the price of 10 if you want to become an annual subscriber. And you can do that by sending an email to info at, oh hang on, let's get on the right thing, info at SimplyDiag.net. Subject, annual sub. Yeah, so you can do that. You can pay for a year's subscription. You get 12 for the price of 10, so that's £100. You can do that if you want to make it, if you want to make life easy for yourselves, and just pay for it all at once. So we've got messages going here. Yeah, when is the new site going live? So as soon as humanly possible, is the honest answer. We've been promising and promising and promising. We are working really, really hard to get that up and running. Rob, will we be bringing Scanner Danner over? Let's put it this way, Paul and I have talked at length about the community, just what the SDN community means, and how well our ethos ties in with what he's trying to achieve. So don't be surprised if you see Paul working very, very closely with us. We'd love to have Paul on as a partner and stuff like that. So yeah, will SDN be doing anything at Auto Inform? Good question. I'm actually going over to Dave's sometime this week now, over the Christmas week. Go and see his wife and his beautiful children. Give Dave a cuddle as well. Yes, no doubt we will be there. We will be there and we'll be supporting it. Whether we actually do anything at Auto Inform or not, I don't know. But there will definitely be an SDN presence at both Auto Inform events. Dave, did I sell me van and me kit? No, I didn't. So if anybody wants to buy it, they can have the whole lot. They can have the whole lot, dirt cheap, going cheap. It's just sat there doing nothing. It's just costing me electricity for the dehumidifier that's sat in the back of it. So yeah. If anybody wants a complete toolkit and a van to carry it away in, have a look at my toolbox tour video, and then make me an offer. A nice discount for Scanner Danner? No discounts for anything like that. I'm sorry. No discounts for anything like that. Paul's subscription is cheap enough, and so's ours. Yeah, James, you're right. It is a great event. It's just the whole Auto Inform family are just well, it's great. It's like our own community. Alan, awesome, mate. Awesome, I like that. Corey, send Alan your checkbook. He's got your signature, mate. Oh dear. Mads, I haven't got, mate. I'm just a small time mechanic, mate. With a small YouTube channel. I haven't got the clout to get those big names to any event, mate. Yeah, apparently Edward was. He was quite fragile, apparently, from auto inform. Sadly, I missed that. But I should have been there, but I missed it. So yeah, well, it sounds like I'd have only got in trouble if he'd been there. So maybe that's no bad thing. Right, so we've been live now 45 minutes. You lot have been really awesome. Have you got any more questions or anything that you'd like to discuss or cover before we shoot off? Edward, I know you're not an angel, mate. Yeah, you don't get as many grey hairs as I've got, mate. I've not seen some. Yeah, yes, I know exactly what sort of a person you are when you've been drinking. Hey up, mate. How are you, pal? Yeah, Jay, I didn't, mate. Yeah, no, Christmas. We'll forget about Christmas. This one. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It not been too good, but we're all right. Upcoming videos, slightly different format. Well, yes and no. The van's still sat there, so I'll still use it while I've got it. But the majority of work I do, if you look at my past videos, I could do that out the boot of my car. I don't need to be driving around with 3 tons of tools for the stuff I do. Yeah, Kev, awesome, mate. Definitely, mate. I still owe you some Jaffa cakes, pal. Hey up, Yoda's in the house. Hey up, mate. How are you? Yeah, no worries. Kiefer, yes, all being well. If I'm invited, I would love to support Garage Hive again at the Blend next year. That was a fantastic event, and it really was just to see the emphasis on community that Garage Hive has. Definitely falls right bang smack in the middle of our ethos of Stronger Together. So yeah, we're very happy to have Garage Hive on board as sponsors. I'm very happy to support them in whatever they're doing. How many cars a day for Europe car diagnostics is okay? If you get it right, 1 is fine. If you get them all right, as many as you possibly can. I don't know. Well, it's like James says, the better you get at Diag, if you're charging by the hour, the less money you make. So the idea is to get good enough where the cost of getting in, it no longer becomes an hourly thing. I would, me personally, if I'm actually going at it full time and I'm not filming and I'm just diagnosing cars, on a normal summer's day with good daylight and good weather, I'd be disappointed if I didn't do 20. But that's just me. Bearing in mind I don't do any repairs. It's purely Diag. Keith can do double that in a day. Keith's absolutely awesome. So yeah, awesome. Right, so the expected release date for what's with all these message retracteds? What are them? I don't know what they are. What's the expected release date for the new portal? If I give you a date, and we have to go back on it, I would like to say, I would like to honestly say it's going to be early January, but I cannot promise that, because what we can't do, we can't release it before it's stable and secure. You know, it has to work. So yeah, Oz, yeah, we are. We're still live, mate. Yeah. Am I going to train on Land Rovers? No, mate. No, no. Yeah, no. Land Rovers don't do anything for me. Although a car's a car. To be honest, it's just me. I'm old and picky. There's some very, very good money to be made on Land Rover Diagnostics. It's just not a brand that I enjoy working on. So, and they say if you make work fun, you never do a day's work in your life. So, yeah, that's really my mantra. I like it to be fun. So, I hope sure now, are you, mate? Vision, Oz, definitely, mate. Like I just said, I'll be there up for all three. I'll be there for TST, be there for Vision, and I'll definitely be there for Super Saturday. So I'll be there for all three events. Yeah, really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to all three events. Yeah, come and support my friends that are trainers there, and come and have a few beers with you and a bit of networking, and hopefully um, do a little bit more travelling. Do some more Staten Island Express with Keith. Hopefully, if he'll have me. Although I was there a bit of a long time, I don't know whether he'd have me again. He was there 3 weeks this time. I hope, Jeff, how are you, mate? um, yeah, so I hopefully go and spend a little bit of time with Eric and his family, and Ivan again, and Cuba, and so yeah. It's to be honest, going over there now. It's like going home. The welcome and reception that I get from everybody, all the TBT people, all the other YouTubers, and that it's just fantastic. They're just like family. It's brilliant. So yeah, yeah. If I was single and I had no dependents, you might struggle to get me back on the plane to the UK. So. Charles, so what we said there, I'm actually going to vote. I'm actually going to go back to doing what I do best, which is my short videos, my diag. Concentrate on getting people excited about training. So no, there will be ride-alongs, but I'm only doing 6 this year. I'm massively overcommitted in 2019. To the point that I let far too many people down with calendar mix-ups and double bookings and stuff like that. So I'm picking and choosing what I'm doing this year, and I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay planted this year. We've got the other people in place now to run the network and to make sure that runs smoothly. And I'm going to go back to what. I'm going to go back to what's good. KTS 570. KTS is a very, very capable tool. I love mine. I've got the 590. That's it, Ross, mate. EGR's on a Range Rover Sport, right? You're going to need more than one bottle, mate, to get over that. Mr. Sleep, hello from Calgary. Hello to Calgary. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, like I said, this year's it's been a big push, getting the community to a point where it sort of looks after itself. The five, if right, so Yanis, you said that does the KTS work for VAG pass through? That I wouldn't know, mate. I really wouldn't know about that. I wouldn't personally use pass through for VAG. The actual dealer tool is, the actual dealer tool is is more than cost effective to buy a proper genuine interface for that and a proper ODIS license. So yeah, I wouldn't know about pass through for VAG, mate. Oh, there you go. There, James has stepped in. 570 redundant for secure gateway applications in 2020. So the answer to that is get yourself the proper thing, and maybe go and see get some proper training from James. Yeah. Although Yanis, you're not in out. You're not. Are you in Lithuania or Latvia? Somewhere like that. You're not in the UK, are you, mate? So your options may be a little bit more limited than what ours are. Yanis, where are you from? What country? I just remembered then you're not UK. You're not UK, are you? Latvia, that was it, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what your options would be then, mate. Oh, there you go. Stevie says EU's the same. Is Latvia in the EU? I don't. To be honest, I don't know. I use my 590 successfully for what I do, but I don't use it on VW. Mm. I don't know, mate, to be honest. I think you can choose your display name in your YouTube. You can choose what YouTube displays, mate. Che, we'll just call him Mr. Alphabet from now on, mate. What you done, mate? Spilt your coffee on your keyboard and all the keys are sticking. Oh dear. Ah, there you go, Yanis. There's your answer. Yeah, there's your answer, mate. Ask about it in the closed group. You might get some answers that you're not going to get on a public forum. Ben, silver bullets or horror stories, mate? Unless you want to talk about my hemorrhoids, no. I've not really done anything. The last car that we actually diagnosed would have been over in the States in October. Andy, will I still be doing the option of coming to the garage or workshops? Definitely, mate. Definitely, but like I've said before, I'm going to be very, very careful with what happens with my calendar this year. So it's probably only going to be one garage visit per month. Literally this year it was over 130 nights in hotels before I got to London. I'm not doing that again in 2020, mate. It was oh yeah, I did actually. Yeah, we did some work last week. I forgot about that. Yeah, we did some diag last week. Horror stories. Oof. We had a couple of good jobs last week, didn't we? Yeah, so the on-site training will still be available, definitely. The on-site stuff will be available, and SDN will be doing limited regional training, whilst being very careful not to tread on the toes of our sponsors and partners. You know, our Stronger Together partners. You know, people like James and Auto Inform ADS, Andy and that. You know, the idea is for the SDN stuff to complement what they're doing, and to get people excited about training and not being scared of it, and to giving them as many options and varieties as possible. So yeah. Yeah, stick to what I'll stick to what I'm good at. I'll be doing my 101 stuff. I really enjoy that. Mark will be doing some regional stuff. We're still doing some EV work, accreditations and that in partnership with our virtual academy. We'll do some of that, but like I say, the emphasis will be on the community. And getting people excited about getting trained, and then obviously feeding our sponsors and partners within the community. So yeah, Andy, no worries, mate. Yeah, drop us a line, mate, anytime. Drop us a line anytime. I'm going to start working on the calendar. I know we're going to Ireland in February. So I'm going to do two training days in Ireland in February, 2 training days in Ashington in Newcastle at the JLM Lubricants Academy that Darren Darling set up. April, I was going to do some more training in April, but I think what I'm going to do in April is Kev, mate, you take it easy, pal. And I'll see you soon with some Jaffa cakes, mate. God bless you, mate. Good night. Yeah, David. Yeah, like I said, I've just said February. We'll be doing 2 dates in February for Ireland, and then also later in the year we'll be doing another Ireland trip. So we promised the Irish lads a lot more support this next year in 2020, and they will get it. Scotland dates as well, but like I say, I'm going to be very, 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 very conscious of just how much I'm booking in, because I've been away from home too much this year. Do you think diesels will be dying out? We'll be seeing more petrol and EV? They already are, as far as I'm concerned. They already are, mate. They already are. Yeah. They already are. Dave, in February, we're going to be I can't really disclose where we're going to be, because it's not been 100% confirmed, and I don't want to upset anybody. But it looks like we'll possibly have 2 separate venues, or maybe even 3. We might do 2 in the south and 1 in the north, or maybe 1 in the south and 1 in the north. But we'll cater for both sides of the border. And it's gonna. The problem is there's such a lot going on in February. What I don't want to do is clash with other people's calendars and stuff like that. I want to make sure that people have got a chance to come to the events. So yeah. Alan, mate, it'd be a pleasure to come and see you in Leeds, mate. It'd be a pleasure come and do a couple of days with you in Leeds. I'd look forward to it. Look forward to it, mate. Yeah, get me booked while you can. Yeah. Right, so we've been live. We've been live for an hour now. If any of you have got any pressing questions, now's the time to answer it. Ask them, because it's time for me to get to work. But like I said, bi-weekly. I know this is a Friday night, but it's going to be every second Thursday, starting in 2 weeks' time. We're going to be doing one of these quick AMAs, and keep your eyes open for me going live on YouTube, back on the vehicles, doing the diag on the vehicles. Bav, what's the consensus of diagnostics on electric vehicles? They're all governed by the laws of physics, and as long as you are correctly and adequately trained and qualified, no problem. There's no problem. How much do you think an average diagnostician's set of tools to do the job is worth? Great question. A scope, a couple of serial data tools, a multimeter, a couple of test lights, basic hand tools, and then as much money as you can possibly spend on training and information. They're the training and information are the two most important things. So yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to say how much money I've personally spent on tools and equipment, but it's a big myth that the machine does all the work. It doesn't. Yeah, it's the technician behind the tools. So it's the training and the information that's the most important thing. But like I said, I could diag 90% of the jobs I go out to, literally just out the boot of my car. So Ryan, I still do a bit, mate. But like I said, I've been concentrating this year on other things. But I will be going back. I will be going back to doing a lot more mobile diag. So. Ross, use the force, mate. Yeah, don't worry, it'll soon be over. Omega Man, does somebody have to be a technician? Yes, the community portal and the closed group, they are for trade only, mate. It's not for the public. Red X, there's a name I've not heard for years. Best source of technical data available that I would recommend. Right, so here we go. The simple answer to that is all of them. As a bare minimum, I would say all data. If you're in the UK, all data plus at least Hella HGS or another source. But Steve will tell you. You put £2 an hour onto your hourly rate, and you can afford all of them, mate. All of the big five. Yeah, that's it, Jay. It's dead right, mate. Yeah. We're nothing. We're nothing without the correct training and information to do the job. Oh, Chris, mate, if we could have the information at our fingertips that our American friends have got, the job would be so much easier. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. So we've got two groups on Facebook at the minute. One is Simply Diag YT, So let's open another thing up here. So one of them is SimplyDiag YT. Copy. Paste. So that's one. And then the other one is SimplyDiag Network, and that one's trade only, and you can find the link for that within the YT announcements. Sean, it's not that any of them are falling behind, mate. All data is OE information for the brands that they cover. So what you're actually getting there is you're getting the OE information that's not been redrawn, not been rewritten. It's you know, it's OE data. It's not redrawn, it's not rewritten or anything like that. That's why we recommend that, because it covers most of the popular brands. Yeah, we've got some really exciting news about All Data coming. They're actually coming on board as SDN sponsors. So with a discount for SDN members as well. Yeah, Joe, it might. You're right there. It might become a little bit more difficult, but then that's up to us as an industry to push and to lobby for right to repair. You know, the only reason the American guys have got the American techs have got the information is because their government made the manufacturers, you know, provide it. So, cheers, yeah, that's great feedback. Yeah, Autodate is okay. It's got its place, but it cannot replace the manufacturer's information, which is what all data is. So. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it will be, mate. It'll be there. It'll be there for you to watch again. It is, mate. So we've got All Data, Hella, Autodata, Haynes Pro, the one that Pete Warman does, which is you know, another variation of Haynes Pro and E3 and all that. Bosch ESI, which is a really big one that a lot of people overlook. The information on the Bosch ESI is absolutely mind-blowing, mate, especially when it comes to known goods, values, fault finding and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, us leaving the EU, we'll just have to make sure that we fight harder to get the information that we want, because without that information, it's anti-competitive, isn't it? So, and we're meant to be all about the you know, equal competition and stuff like that. So. Right, probably too much, mate. Like we've just said, the training and the technical information is more valuable than any of the tools that you're waving at the vehicle. Yeah. It's, you know, like I said, you know, a decent multimeter, a decent scope that you're going to use, couple of test lights, a few hand tools, and as much technical information as you can possibly get, and then the appropriate serial data tool. So, is it the EU that gave us right to repair? Well, it was bare, wasn't it? Block exemption and all that, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You know, if and when we actually ever come out the EU, it's up to us to step it up and make sure that we continue to have those have access to that information. Omega Man, does somebody have to be an auto mechanic technician to join? Yes. If you want to join the closed group, you have to be verified trade. Eastern Europe and smuggle any info. No, we don't do any of that. We've all got legitimate subscriptions. Yeah, we don't. I know you're only joking, but we don't condone the use of any grain ports or anything like anything. I'm quoting, read the bottom. You're right there, mate. You're right there. You're right there, mate. The tool between your ears is the most important one, and you can't put a value on that. Dead right, mate. Dead right. Dead right. Did I buy stock in Dunkin' Donuts? I should have, mate. I should have bought a few shares in that. Yeah. Do I think the Snap-on multimeter is worth the money? I've got Snap-on multimeters. Whatever you use on a daily basis that you know and trust, is if it earns you money, it's worth the money. There's a million brands of multimeter out there. Find one that you trust, that's reliable, and that works for you. How am I getting on with my Type-I? Mark, I absolutely love my Type-I scope. I really do. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's not, because I've been a Pico user for so many years, it's not intuitive for me. For a new scope user with the ATIS software, it's dead easy to use. My problem is I want to become a power user. I want to learn to run before I've learned to walk. So that's my. But I know I absolutely love it. Yeah, Cuba. Yeah, you're not wrong, but the closed group is verified trade only. Be that an apprentice or whatever. The SimplyDiag YouTube group is free to join, and is open to anybody, trade or not trade. It's open to all, or anybody that watches my videos is a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Can join the SimplyDiag YT Facebook group. Type-I better than Pico? See, that's a sticky one. I absolutely love my Pico. I mean, I coined the hashtag Pico flu years and years ago. It's just a different animal. Yeah, it's just a different animal altogether. Right, what step would I recommend for somebody that just finished his light vehicle technical apprenticeship? Join our community, get in with some of the brightest and best in the industry, get yourself on as much training as you possibly can, and if you've just finished your apprenticeship, you're a lucky person, because what an exciting time it is to be coming into this trade. The 8-channel Pico, I'll say this about that, I would love to have one, because from a trainer's point of view, being able to set the scope up and then just hide the channels no connection time. You can, for learning, for a teacher, it'd be absolutely solid gold. Yeah. Yeah. I've tested. Yes, I am. I'm on the Pico 7 beta program. I love it. The one thing I will say is there should be a little bit more real estate for the scope screen itself and less for the buttons. But yeah, it works really well on a touchscreen laptop. Cuba, when I come over, I'll bring my Typi over, because I'll be over for a couple of weeks. I'll bring my Typi over, and you can have a play with it. You can borrow it for a week while I'm over next time. You can have a play with it. It's a great bit of kit. It really is. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, you can, mate. It's infinite. Yeah. Or so they say. It's just down to the processing power of your PC. We had two links up, and we also had one running wirelessly off a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, we had one. Tommy got one running wirelessly off a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it is. It's still a work in progress. It's still a beta. Yeah, I like it. It works really well on a touchscreen laptop. For somebody that works on touchscreen, it works very well. No, Jay, I didn't, mate. You're too much of a gentleman to do that. Yeah, Mike, no problem, mate. It's yeah, the ATIS, mate. The ATIS is easy, mate. It makes it dead easy. Yeah, yeah. I didn't realise you'd bought a Type mate. Yeah, the ATIS software is fantastic. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bad man chair you are, mate. Just wait till Cuba sees you, mate. You're in big trouble. Yeah, Chris, it's a beta test, mate. They're testing the software. It's not a finished product for release. Yeah, I like it. Like I say, the one criticism I've got is um, the buttons take up a lot of the real estate that should be through the wiggly lines. Oh, you've only got the 80 software? Yeah, it's dead easy to use, that is, mate. Dead easy, I'll show you. Yeah, yeah. Ed, great question. Watch this space. But all I will say is anybody that wants to put the community first, anybody, be it a tool seller, a lubricant manufacturer, a brake manufacturer, software trainers, anybody at all that's interested in becoming a sponsor of the SGen network, feel free to contact us. Info at SimplyDiag.net. The only prerequisite for that is that you must be able to put our community first. Yeah, we're not interested in anybody that does not want to support the community. If you just want to sell stuff, we're not interested. No thanks, don't bother. But if you want to support our members and help our members become the best they can possibly be, and you want to support them, then we'll support you. So yeah. Right, guys, I'm going to get off now. On that note, I will say, David, hopefully, mate, hopefully, yeah, I will say thank you very, very much for tuning in. It's been a great live stream. Like I say, it will be a regular bi-weekly thing, this. So the next one will be 2 weeks on Thursday, 2 weeks yesterday, and yeah. So we'll look forward then, and keep, don't forget, hit the subscribe. If you've enjoyed, the live stream, don't forget when it finishes, just to give it a thumbs up. Maybe drop a comment on the actual video, and we'll look forward to seeing you. www.SimplyDiag.net. Come and join us on the open, free, public SimplyDiag YT Facebook group for now. Thanks very much. You're awesome.